Oh, nice timing. That was sick.
It's time to go coast to coast on CMRU.ca. Bringing you everything new in the hockey world, here is Landon Brown, Alex Burko, and Phil Trombley.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
There's snow on the ground today.
There is.
There's plenty, and it's sunny out. It's so beautiful. What a wonderland.
It is nice, actually. Like, it wasn't as cold as I thought it was going to be on my walk today.
Also, the drive wasn't very slippery, which was nice.
Good. That's good. That's good.
Yes, it's a good
Calgary,
wintry day.
We're making progress. Cool things happening all week, kind of.
Yeah.
European games, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, we have a game at noon today because it is coming out of Sweden.
Sweden,
yeah.
the land of stinky fish.
Minnesota. Who's playing the game today?
It is Ottawa and Pittsburgh, I believe.
I thought it was Minnesota and someone.
No, it's Ottawa, Pittsburgh. No, New Jersey, Nope.
My God.
Detroit,
Ottawa,
Ottawa.
Detroit.
Detroit,
Okay,
Ottawa.
Detroit.
Oh my God, I got one of them right.
You were swinging for the fences.
Let's keep swinging. Yeah. So today I have actually a list of things to talk about. Obviously, Flames news, Oilers news. The games in Sweden, Tage Thompson being injured. What is happening with the PWHL jerseys? The Petgrave arrest.
Oh my God, the P-WHL jerseys.
I'm so objectively mad about that.
They're so bad.
They're so okay. We'll get into that because I have time set aside for that. We'll get into that.
Okay.
But
It just makes me angry.
and then I also mentioned that last week I wanted to talk a little bit more about the CSKA Moscow stuff, with how people who play on that team that counts as military service. And then that whole Ivan Fedotov thing. For those of you that don't remember, just going to do a quick recap on that. But yeah, let's get off and running with the Flames as I quickly pull up their schedule here.
Kind of wild. Like
They beat the Montreal Canadiens. So I remember on the show last week
we got to announce that Wolf was on the Flames. He played a game.
And then was sent right back down again.
I think that's unfair to Wolf.
Yeah, they didn't really give him much of a chance.
No.
I mean, they didn't play well in front of him either.
Yeah, and he made a decent amount of saves, but I don't know. I think
What game did he play?
Ottawa.
Ottawa? Yeah. I mean, Ottawa's good.
Yep. So as Elliot Friedman speculated, that whole call-up was because Markstrom was battling something. So Markstrom sat for a couple of games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think I mentioned last week that I wanted the record to be 2-1-0, and it was very narrowly that. It was 1-1-1 in a shootout loss.
Yeah, that's not bad. I expected it to be 1-2, so
Yeah, that's true.
1-1-1 ain't bad. I think that's the most we could have asked for, especially against the Leafs. Man, we actually looked pretty good against the Leafs.
It was a good game.
It was a great game. I was at the Hitmen game during that, and then the overtime and shootout happened to fall right perfectly in intermission.
Oh, so you got to see.
So they had it up on the screen, and
Nice.
everyone was cheering.
Nice.
It was
I like it when
fun.
they do
It was
that.
close. What I'm confused about is, as I pull this up, looking at the shootouts, I'm looking at our shootout order: Huberdeau, and then Sharon Govich.
I mean, you got to give
how
him a
does
try.
that
I
make
guess.
sense?
You got to give him a try.
It kind of gives me tastes of you remember at the end of last season
That's not
where
the
we
same
sent
thing.
don't
out
talk
the
about
same
that.
thing.
the
That is-
wrong
That's
Richie?
not the same thing.
It's not?
That's not the same thing.
Because Sharon
is not the
Govich,
same
I would have
thing.
said Kadri
That's
out
not
before Sharon Govich.
Sure, but that's okay. But Sharon Govich isn't the last person I'd send out. Nick Ritchie's close to the last person
Yeah,
I'd
that's
send
fair.
out.
That's
That
fair.
is not
I
the
mean,
same thing.
and you know what? I can talk all the crap I want. He's the only Flame in the lineup that scored. So
That's true.
Yeah, I like that pick.
I think they're trying to get him going too, because he's a good offensive player. He just seems timid out there.
I
Almost.
think it's exciting seeing Zary in the shootout lineup too.
Yeah, Zary's fun to watch.
Zary's gonna Zary is now the heartbeat. You know what? Give him the captaincy. Honestly,
Yeah.
give him Huberdeau's salary.
Okay.
He deserves it way
you
more
really
than
want
he
to
does.
take the A off Huberdeau's chest, don't you?
Yeah, give it to Zary.
I read a report this morning actually that.
I was going to say something.
Oh, sorry.
No,
this
no,
is
no,
about
no,
it's about Kadri. I just read that he's released that he doesn't want to be part of a rebuild if Calgary goes that direction.
Well, he's going to age
Well,
out anyway. So
Well, I mean, but he's
tough. Maybe think about that before you
maybe
argue for a $10 million contract that is not movable.
maybe play better hockey, and we won't need to
Well,
rebuild.
so this is Kadri. So 7x7. He's got 6
Oh,
years
sorry.
left.
I was stuck on Huberdeau.
I mean, it's still a big, massive money. I don't make $7 million a year.
I wish I did.
Yeah, it'd be nice. So I mean, he still makes a
mean-
considerable amount, but he doesn't want to be part of a rebuild. But I did
But
just
like,
read
how
that
does
this
that
morning.
make sense? Like, you're a guy who's leading the like he's up there in the team right now. I saw today he's got 5 points in 5 games,
Yeah,
or a 5-game point streak or something like that.
it's because he knows
you
this
have
is,
to be.
But this is his last big contract, and he wants to win on it.
You're not going to. You
Well.
signed in Calgary.
Well, when he did sign, things didn't look like this either.
There
was optimism when he signed.
There was a little
There
bit,
was
and then he started playing badly, and there's the
and
optimism.
Huberdeau.
He also won the year before he came to Calgary. What's he complaining about?
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Didn't he with Colorado?
Yeah, he won.
Yeah, he won the year before he came to Calgary. Like,
He just wants to keep winning, though.
yeah, I mean, obviously you do.
He's got
You're
the
an
mindset
athlete.
of a champion.
But a part of being an athlete is being a part of a team. And if you're like, hey, I
Yeah.
don't want
If you're
to
just gonna
help
bail
this
on them.
team rebuild, you can leave.
Because it doesn't need to be
There's the
rebuilt.
door.
They have very good players and very good prospects in Zari and
I agree.
Pellissier. Like
Absolutely.
they don't need to do a full teardown
No,
by
they don't.
any means.
Alex wants to say things.
No, keep talking for a second.
Okay, never mind. Alex doesn't want to say things.
Camera
But
issues.
yeah,
Keep talking.
I don't know.
Like
I'm-
they have the goalie in the lineup. They have the defenseman in the pipeline. They have the forwards in the pipeline, and
Yeah.
they have the forwards and defensemen already in the NHL, and a decent
Yeah.
goalie in Markstrom. Like he's
Yeah.
good when he plays well.
I mean, of course, you can
He also
never
has a
count
weak-
out Markstrom. Like, it's when you're at that level of Markstrom, like, there's always a chance you could
No,
do something amazing.
the reason people are hard on him is because he's so good that when he doesn't play to his like Vezina level,
Yeah.
it's people get
It's-
concerned.
Yeah,
But I mean, it's kind of like in the Beatles' career. They have so many album tracks that would be any other band's like career hit, but for
Yeah.
the Beatles, it was just a song
yeah, absolutely.
sort of thing. So
But I don't know. I think hearing that Kadri, like, you can't have it. It's like having your cake and eating it too, right?
Yeah.
If you're on a team, man.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't understand that saying whatsoever.
Like-
Having your cake and eating it too. So
well, you can't. I don't know what I'm saying.
that one I've never
Uh,
understood the meaning of that one because
But-
that's the whole point of having cake.
That is the whole point of having cake. I just don't get it. Like, that's what being part of a team is. You're on the team whether you're winning a Stanley Cup or you're
Yeah.
last in the league. If you don't want to be a part of that team, leave.
Here's
You
another.
can't say that you want to stay in Calgary, but you don't want to be part of the team.
Yeah.
Like, go play for the Wranglers.
Like
then.
it's different when Zadorov says it because he's in a contract year, so he's giving the team an option to
Yes.
trade him,
Yeah.
which is, the nicer thing to do considering he doesn't want to come back here, so they're not banking on him to come back.
No, which sucks because I like Zadorov.
Yeah, we talk about how much we love Zadorov every week, but yeah, just with him being in his contract year, it's way different than Kadri, who's in year two of 7.
Of 7.
Yeah, so
Making way more than
yes,
Zadorov.
almost double. I think.
Probably.
I think
don't know.
Zadorov's just over 4, and Kadri's 7.
Yeah, I don't know. Zadorov's
But
definitely.
I'm
Zadorov
excited
should
if
be.
I'm very excited if he goes to Toronto.
Yeah,
I
Zadorov's
would love that.
3.75.
I know Vancouver's making a push, but they won't trade him to Vancouver.
No, especially
Not unless
right
they
now.
get like an insane return,
I
like
think if I'm
Demko.
Vancouver right now, I am doing absolutely nothing. I am not trading anyone. I am doing exactly what I'm doing.
Yes.
Because what is happening in Vancouver?
Did you watch the game last night? Did you catch any of it?
No, I didn't. I was
The
playing Fortnite.
the overtime, it was crazy the way they forced overtime.
Was it?
And then of course Quinn Hughes is such a stud. Just comes down, rips a break. The defenseman on a breakaway rips it top cheddar.
I'm just not gonna have a camera today. That's fine.
Okay.
Whoever used the camera before me didn't format their camera.
Oh
and
no,
apparently they filmed up the entire freaking memory card.
Nice.
we can
So-
like animate you in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll put in a picture of me.
That's so sick.
I don't know.
Well, we basically covered the Flames. I don't know if you really heard any of it, Alex. but
Probably
we-
not.
We were saying that Kadri sucks.
Yep.
Well,
and
he's-
That I pretty much left.
His
during that
attitude needs
conversation.
an
And-
adjustment.
well, basically what I'm saying is you can't say you want to stay in Calgary, but you don't want to be a part of what Calgary needs to do. If you, you can't. You just can't.
Well, it's hard too because like a lot of the speculation now is like everyone's contracts are on hold, like they're talking. So now he's like, well, all my friends are gonna leave
yeah. Well,
because like Hannafin's gonna leave.
How old
Lindholm's
is Kadri?
probably gonna
33.
leave.
He's what?
33.
No. Okay. Nope. Absolutely not.
He needs to be the leader of a rebuild. He needs to be the guy in the locker room that's like, this is what you guys need to do to be the best team.
Well, to me,
Yeah.
Because he's not going to be here when they become the best team.
Yeah.
yeah. He kind of
And he
reminds
knew
me of
that
like
signing his
Blake Wheeler
contract.
almost. In like when he was in Atlanta and then they became Winnipeg. But he kind of reminds me of like that situation where Blake Wheeler's really good, big, physical guy, can score lots.
Yeah.
Kind of like an antagonizer, but at the same time a great leader. And like he was the captain for like the
Yeah.
longest tenured captain in that franchise. Obviously they moved on from him this year and he's on my Rangers now, where he's still putting up respectable numbers. He's just a third liner now. But yeah, I find like their situations are pretty comparable and their style of play. It just feels like if you want to take control of your situation, you can.
Yeah.
You just have to actually do it.
Yeah. Like,
I say as a university student with like 4 procrastinated assignments.
oh, nice. Anyway, what's the schedule looking like for the next couple days?
Yeah, so before we come back to you guys next week, there's a game in town against the Canucks.
They play tonight, don't they? Yeah.
Yep. Then they're at home to the Islanders this weekend it's on Saturday. Then they're on the road for 1, 2, 3, 4 games. They're stopping in Seattle on Monday, Nashville on Wednesday, Dallas next Friday, and Colorado next Saturday on a back-to-back before they're back home
For
against
Vegas.
Vegas on Monday the 27th.
Man, like, this schedule just does not get easier for the Flames. Maybe it's just because we suck. It's not because the other teams are really good.
So here's what I'm thinking about that. You have to take advantage of your opportunities when you have them.
yeah. But 5 weeks ago, I would have had the game circled tonight as one that we need to win. Now it's one that we're probably not going to win because Vancouver's one of the best teams in the league right now, which is nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Demko is flying so
What
hot.
is
And
happening?
DeSmith. Like, they have a very good tandem with DeSmith and Demko
Before
this
we get
year.
into the Canucks thing, because we do want to talk about it a little bit longer, I just want to move off topics.
Yeah.
I just want to cover off further. We don't have to double back again. Yeah, with hindsight, I don't know. Tonight's basically a pride game. Do what you can. Hopefully you can win. If not, well, damn.
I don't think they're going to win.
Then
Like when you say pride game, you mean like professional pride, not like.
Yeah, it's not Pride Night.
No.
They don't do those anymore.
yeah, it's not
They're
pride
not
night.
allowed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's like play for pride kind of thing.
Okay.
Different thing.
I understand.
And then Saturday against New York, a team that tends to pretty much defend up until they win.
They
They play NyQuil on ice. They're not
yeah, they
good.
bore you into scoring on
Yeah.
yourself, basically.
So
Actually, you know what, though? I am looking at the standings. We've jumped up 4 places since I last looked at the standings.
I'm not gonna say we're in it because we're not.
No, we're not in it.
But
it's still
it's
kind
baby
of
steps.
early.
You got to
season.
walk before you can run.
The unfortunate thing is it's like not even fun to watch because it's just frustrating. It's almost like they're skating through mud or something. It's
Yeah.
just slow. It seems like the decisions are a step behind. Whereas you're like watch other bad teams that have some spark and they're actually fun to watch. Like Anaheim, they make a lot of mistakes, but they're fun to watch.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'd rather play Fortnite right now than watch Flames game.
Yeah, like it's just not
Before-
entertaining enough to keep me up. Like if they're playing San Jose or Vancouver in like on the West Coast, I usually can't stay up to the end of the
No,
game.
absolutely
Yeah.
not. I'll probably watch the Vegas game, though.
Just as a
Yes.
cap off to this segment before we move on to the Canucks, it's time for predictions. By the time we come back to you next week, there could be 1, 2, 3,
They're
4
what
games.
right now? They are
What are we gonna
5,
say?
8, and 2 right now.
Okay,
I'm gonna say
just say
5,
they say for the next 4 games. Like they're, I'm gonna say, oh god,
6, 10, 2.
I'm gonna say 2 and 2.
That's okay.
I'm gonna say our record coming into the show is gonna be 6, 10, and 2. So we're gonna lose tonight. We're gonna win New York. We're gonna lose Seattle, and we're gonna lose Nashville.
You going 1 and 3 then?
1 and 3, yeah.
All right. Well,
Landon
I
Brown?
think I'm gonna kick it up, and I'm not even a Flames fan
So
by
6
like
and 12.
any
2.
sort of like degree of the word of fan.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm gonna go 4-0.
No, you're-
chance.
wow.
I'm predicting.
You are
a run.
Delulu.
Yeah, I might.
You
be.
are Delulu.
Absolutely
You
delusional.
are absolutely
no
delulu.
chance.
I'm picking with my heart. But
honestly,
if you
though,
want, if you want my brain pick, I'm
if-
gonna go with
Honestly,
with
though,
1
if
and
there
3.
is any time to go on a run,
This
now's
is
the
it.
time.
Yeah.
I don't think we win tonight. New York, we can win. Seattle, I don't know. Maybe we can win that. We could, But then if we go in on a hot streak against Dallas, Colorado, and Vegas, and then Dallas again, this is the time to do it.
Yeah. I think we lose the next two, then win the two after. I think we lose Vancouver. I think we lose New York, and then we go on the road and we somehow get it back against Seattle and Nashville.
Yeah,
I think.
I could see that too. Honestly, I don't know.
We're just going to have to wait and see.
We're just going to have to wait and see how the standings play out. Now, there is a Canadian team in the top 3 of the league right now. It's not Calgary. It's not Edmonton.
Nope.
It's not even Toronto Maple Leafs.
It's not even Winnipeg.
Who is it, Phil?
It is the Vancouver Canucks, who we all thought were going to be awful. And now they are 12-3. They are tied with the defending champions, the Vegas Golden Knights, who I said was going to win the cup again.
Which they still might.
They still might.
But they'll have to fight off the Canucks to do it.
Like, what is happening here, man?
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Well, especially with Edmonton also being at like the bottom.
Yeah.
Other than the Sharks, but
Well, no, Edmonton's beating Chicago and Nashville right now.
no, I mean in the Pacific.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
In the whole league, those are worse. That's worse to look at.
Yeah. But like this is like that's nuts. Vancouver and Vegas are leading the Pacific. Vancouver's leading Vegas. I don't know how they decide that. Maybe their last 10 or something.
Yeah.
But like I personally have not watched any Vancouver games. Are they like at least are they playing
They're
good
so
or are
fun
they
to watch.
just
Quinn
like
Hughes and Philip Roenick together is just
lighting
magic.
the league on fire.
It's
Yeah.
such magic to watch them play. It's just really fun.
I can't believe because what was it like a month and a half ago we were sitting here after the Flames beat them 10-1 in a preseason game, and now we're just looking at Flames 6th in the Pacific and Vancouver's leading the league. Like,
And
how the
every-
turntables.
Every year, there's one of these teams that everyone thinks is going to be down, and then for whatever reason,
But
they're
like
just drastically up.
to this extent.
No, it's
This
really ever to
is-
this extent.
Well, this just goes to show that when your team plays together, like they're all professional hockey players. They're all really good in the league. It's just that we get so excited by the superstars. But a lot of those superstars don't play well together.
Do you think Bo Horvat was the problem?
No, but I feel like I don't feel like he was personally a problem, but I feel like his position on the team was. I feel like they were clogged with like Besser and Horvat and like Quinn Hughes, like for the leadership stuff. And I don't think anyone like kind of really knew, and it was a little bit just off.
So
I
there
wouldn't
is
say
that.
divided or anything, but I
This
would say
is
it's just
nuts.
Well, I would honestly, I would use the term divided, but it wasn't. I don't think it was between Hughes. I think it was between Horvat and Miller. Because
Oh, yeah,
because
sorry.
by all accounts, it was between those
off.
two.
Miller and Besser are the ones that I meant. Like Miller, Besser, and Horvat
So
were
the-
like the three.
The top 3 skaters with points in the league right now, all 3 of them are from Vancouver. Quentin Hughes, Elias Pettersson, and JT Miller all have 26
Yeah,
points.
JT Miller's number 1 in like all of my fantasy
This-
leagues
this-
right now.
What is happening, man?
So yeah, I don't think Bo Horvat was the problem, like attitude or play wise. I just feel like they had too many of the same role on that team, and they just needed to spread out some of their character, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just because like JT Miller and Bo Horvat to me were almost identical,
Well, I was gonna say that I was thinking,
and now they have Kuzmenko as well. So
who who ate a puck.
yeah, like I
Ate
was so
a puck.
scared. I watched that last night. I was so
watched the
nervous
video.
for
I
Kuzmenko
didn't
Yeah.
see that video.
because yeah, you just knew it hurt. You felt for the guy. I hope he's okay.
Well, like not
But he's not okay.
Not to
but-
say it's the same thing, but like a couple nights ago, I played a beer league game, and I took a slap shot.
Were you in goal?
No,
Okay.
I was playing defense.
Ooh,
I
yeah,
took-
that hurts.
yeah. I took a slap shot, maybe 10 feet out, full to the chest.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
A
anyway,
little CPR.
it hurts to lay down a bit. So I can only imagine an NHL shot to the face.
Yeah, and like
Ouch.
that was a power play. Like Miller put all of his weight into that shot. That was a
Oh yeah,
heavy shot.
he wanted to rip it.
He wanted to put it through Sorokin, and instead
Oh
he
my
put it through
God.
the mouth of
Yeah.
Kuzmenko. I don't. He
Wow.
doesn't bleed immediately until he gets up, so it makes me kind of think like it was in like he maybe bit his tongue, but I don't know.
That's so gnarly.
It looked so bad, and they didn't show any replays on TV or anything.
Well,
'cause
why
I
would
think,
you?
Well, usually they do when it comes to like an injury, and this one they didn't. So that's how I kind of knew it was bad.
Yeah.
So,
I have a camera now.
I'm going to switch up the conversation. We're going to use this as my segue.
Okay.
Should JT Miller be arrested for attempted manslaughter here?
Shut up. No. No.
That's my transition because
No.
this is what's happening out in Britain right
Well,
now.
the difference is a
Okay,
man
well,
did die.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say one. A man died.
Yeah, that's why I said attempted manslaughter. Which it's
mean-
kind of a conundrum there, but
Yeah, I don't
Like-
even understand attempted manslaughter because it's like accidental.
It's
accidentally
Oh no, that's
almost
sorry.
killing
That's
someone.
yeah, incidental.
yeah. It's incidental murder.
Yeah, but like,
in
what happened in
fairness-
England too? I've been trying to look into it, and from what I can tell, that's just process in like English law.
Yeah, like they don't.
Can someone tell
that-
the people on the internet this then?
That's the reason that they said like they haven't said Matt Petgrave
Yeah, they've never named him.
because that's also part of English law.
It's
is
just-
that they don't
we all
name
know who
people
he is, but-
until there's actual. Like,
So that's the thing. It's being reported that he's arrested, but like that means something different here, especially that we're fed American TV. It means something very different.
arrested and charged are two different things.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Arrested, just he's being held, he's being looked at, he's being like his story's being looked at, stuff like that.
It was
Charged is he did this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So-
I don't know. Can we? But again, we need to tell the people on the internet this, because like,
Well, they
yeah,
also like
sure.
love to, be hotheads and get the views and stuff.
yeah,
too.
you know-
like it's insane.
You know how to get a message across everyone on the internet, right?
That's why we're in
everyone-
communication
Yeah.
studies.
You know
But,
what
like
that
it's just
We're
like,
learning how to get around that stuff.
Can you imagine how traumatized?
He
Maybe
is. Think about
maybe
how
I'm
traumatized
not.
he is. Like I imagine. Firstly, he didn't imagine that he'd be in the situation
No.
where a happenstance happened to kill someone,
A colleague.
a colleague.
Yeah.
Yes. And
Yeah,
two,
literally his
happened.
teammate.
Imagine
Well-
he'd be arrested for that.
Not his teammate, but
Oh
like,
no, not
they're
his teammate.
Oh, yeah.
they're professional hockey players.
Yeah.
It's just like lawyers. They don't want other lawyers to be hurt
No.
or things like that. Like, yeah, they're all professionals, and
But like from
It's
what I
just-
see,
it's a really weird because the camera is also like pretty low quality. So it kind of looks like maybe he catches an edge almost or something when he falls.
So I did happen. After I said I wouldn't, I did. It was just on an Instagram reel that I was just going through, and I just happened to watch it.
There are videos of it too where they don't show the
He got,
aftermath,
like,
just
Yeah.
the flight.
Yeah, just the kick.
so
Yeah.
Petgrave gets knocked over and he's off balance and
and you have to remember
falls over face first
your
into the
feet
ice.
your feet weigh nothing compared to your body. So when you're flying through the air, you don't really have control because your body's so heavy and you're trying not to like land on your head. Like there's so much happening so fast.
Like,
At
I don't
most,
know, man.
so the point was made that he was the most penalized player in the league.
Oh, okay. So he's kind of a goon reputation.
So what I was thinking is he probably threw his knee out to try and stop Johnson,
Yeah.
and then
No, that's not what I see here.
He's already like in flight. He's not even facing Johnson really. Johnson's cutting
Because
through the middle.
what happened is he got knocked over by Johnson's teammate,
Mhm.
right? And then so he kind of like Petgrave cuts over to get around Johnson's teammate to check Johnson.
Yeah.
Because Johnson has the puck,
Mhm.
and then kind of gets like, but then also goes to hit Johnson's teammate, and then Johnson's teammate dodges it, and then Petgrave falls face first into the ice.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
there's it's
and
almost
his
like a
leg
weird
goes up.
That's what makes me think he catches an edge almost or like he steps on something.
And then they just collide while
It's
Petgrave
honestly-
is going face first. I think I'm standing by it. Like
Well,
I'm
and-
standing by what I said the first day we talked about this. It's a freak accident, man.
Yeah.
And accidents are just so hard to like as a concept when they're like this is just so random.
It sucks. Like
I
this
know it's just
sucks.
hard
Yeah.
because we look for answers, especially us in like media. We look for answers for literally everything,
Yeah.
and sometimes there
There's
just
just-
is
there
no
just- there
good.
just isn't one.
accident.
Well, there is an
Sometimes,
answer. It's just not
like,
a good one.
Stuff,
It's not
stuff
satisfying.
happens.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Not to minimize, obviously, the tragedy that took place.
No,
but,
absolutely not.
Obviously not.
But
yeah.
we shouldn't. Obviously, this guy's going to be going through it. He's going to have a rough go ahead. The one who's being.
Well, I can never go on the internet again. Every time I look on
Well, yeah,
on
the
TikTok
investigation's going to be
or-
really tough on him.
or Twitter,
but-
like people are saying, "Oh, this guy needs to be executed," and it's like, shut up,
No, it's also people
quiet.
who don't understand
sport.
sport. Well, they just love to cause trouble on the internet. I say they
That's
as if I
true.
knew who I'm talking about. It's just people love to cause trouble on the internet. I do it too, but not to that extent.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we were. I mean, all three of us are athletes, and I guess it's a little bit different with you because when you were in your arena of play, you're on your own, right? But like from people like, I don't know, in ski cross, like it's hard to imagine something like this happening. But if something did happen, like say, I don't know, someone crashes in front of you and you land on them and they die,
Yeah.
is that your fault?
Well,
Like,
And people always talk about like unwritten rules and stuff too that everyone's expected to know. Everyone knows you don't kick.
yeah,
Like everyone, that is one of the most basic things that you don't even need to be. You are told it. I do remember being told not to kick your feet as a
Yeah.
child wearing skates. But like even when you're playing, say like minor hockey growing up, you're like 11 years old and the puck's coming and you kick it up to your skate. I've even had coaches then tell me just like be careful because you're like you obviously have no intention, but that's not how accidents happen with intention.
Yeah,
they happen without intention.
distinct kicking motion.
Yeah.
Sure.
There's
So
no
just
goal.
like just even to kick the puck up to your stick so you can maybe like get out of like do a breakout or something. Like those are dangerous plays. We just choose to kind of get away from acknowledging the danger of blades on our feet because we have to. We wouldn't enjoy hockey if we had to acknowledge everything.
Like they tell you to be careful because what if your foot catches a rut and then you go and you start like spinning and then one of your legs happens to come up and cut some other guy's leg.
Well, this really
At worst.
You saying that actually sparks to mind because we used to have to share the ice with figure skating groups, and you know the ice, the rink rats would do their best to fill in the holes from when they would do the spins, but every now and then there would be a leftover like hole from the toe picks from when they would spin, and you know you smoke that when you're you know playing hockey or like at practice or something, and you know that causes accidents.
Yeah.
Also, it hurts. It sucks. It's embarrassing, but.
How are we doing, everybody? Welcome back from the music break today on Coast to Coast.
As we come back in for our second half of the show here, going to talk about the Oilers, the Flyers to an extent, and the PWHL. Where do we want to start? Okay, no, not that. Rephrase, because I'm going to save the CSK Moscow stuff for last. So
PWHL.
Edmonton and PWHL.
What are we doing?
PWHL it is.
Yeah, I
What
saw in the
is
chat you
these
guys
jerseys?
didn't like
So
these jerseys.
I heard that these are just for the first season.
They are temporary.
They are.
They
However,
suck.
if you want women's sports to be taken seriously, treat them seriously.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're all the same.
They're
yes,
so
they are all the
bad.
same.
And they all suck
when
the
you
same.
when you showed the Ottawa one, I was like, well, as a Rangers fan, the
No, they're all
diagonal
that.
the diagonal writing and the colors they chose, I was like, that's not so bad. It's
yeah,
like
but they're all
I
that.
I didn't realize they were all the same
No,
exact
they went-
design.
They went to Broccoli. Shut up, Broccoli.
Uh,
And they had lighters heat press on the front of their jerseys and said, "That's it. That's that."
so none of them have, like, do any of them have logos?
Nope.
Like,
Oh,
who-
that's not
like,
true. They have the Canadian Tire logo on the shoulder.
Who did this?
No, I mean just like the teams in general. Like,
No, they don't have. They
They
don't
don't
have
have,
logos.
like,
They don't
team
have
logos.
team names. They have nothing.
like
no team names either. Okay.
6-year-olds hockey teams have better jerseys than this.
Yeah.
I just feel like you should pick your team name before you make a jersey.
When I
Yeah.
I don't know that I don't think that's an outrageous thing to say.
No.
I think
When I-
that's pretty logical.
when I was playing U6 soccer, we had an orange jersey with the Wendy's logo on the front, but we were called the Orange Crush.
Like that's sick.
We
Yeah.
had a name.
Why is
U6 soccer.
why is releasing jerseys before releasing team names? I feel like you need a team name before you need a jersey.
Because how do you know what you're representing? Like,
I thought that
we get the color scheme. I guess they're going for.
I
but-
thought that there was going to be the draft. I thought they were going to announce the team names and logos and everything at the draft. They didn't. I thought they were going to announce it sometime after. They didn't. To this point, they still haven't.
So now
And-
it's just like
and
the
now people-
Boston
and-
women's hockey team.
And people get mad because everyone's like, "Oh, I don't care about PWHL." Who does?
like I would
I-
love to.
They didn't do themselves any favors with this.
I
No.
came in here weeks ago and I said, "You know what? I'm super excited for the PWHL.
You did,
I'm
you
an
did.
Ottawa fan. Let's go Ottawa team."
I do like the Boston Celtic look on the Boston.
Like you're gonna
Boston jersey.
You're gonna sell none of these jerseys. No one is buying these jerseys.
No.
They're not selling them.
They don't even. Oh, they're
Like,
not.
Well, if it's for the first year, and then they're gonna have actual. I can't imagine they're actually gonna send out jerseys.
They're
going to
be collector's items. That's what they'll be.
Sure, yeah,
But,
they
like-
might auction them off.
Yeah.
But are you kidding me?
I don't know.
Yeah,
They
they're
could-
not
They
nice.
could have done such a better job.
Planning, guys. Like how long have you known that PWHL is gonna be a thing? A while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like 2 years.
You've
You
known
couldn't
it.
have thought of logos.
You've known it since the year after COVID, because I think that's when the Secret Dream Gap tour launched was the year
Yeah.
after COVID. And nothing. Nothing.
Like
Are you kidding me?
there's nothing.
yeah.
I want to care about this so bad, and now I look like an idiot because look what they did.
I know.
Yeah.
I was looking for
But, I
because
mean-
I love Sarah Fillier, the Team Canada
You
like,
mentioned,
sniper, and I was gonna get her because I know she's gonna play. I think she's gonna finish out her university career first, but like
I'm gonna
she's
get
gonna play professional hockey.
I'm gonna get an
Yeah.
Emily Clark Ottawa jersey when it comes out.
Yeah. But like I'm not buying one of these.
No,
I will wait till they have a
absolutely
team,
not.
not just a city with a
Like,
color.
I'm a full-throated Ottawa fan when it comes to PWHL until Calgary gets a team.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And let's go Ottawa.
Like,
you-
obviously this
like,
it should be better. I really hope that the quality of hockey makes.
Do you think
up
these
for
are
it.
just placeholders until they get logos and they'll just slap logos
No.
on there?
They better be.
No, I think they're gonna do that for the whole year. I say whole year, the
Okay.
whole four or 5 months of the season, and then like
I mean, it doesn't do the girls or the
Even-
women any justice.
even in the
Like,
picture that I sent you guys in the group chat.
The
Look
picture-
how happy Brianne Jenner is to wear that jersey.
I guess it's going to be all about the game this first year.
That's not how you grow it, though.
I know, but
no.
I'm trying to frame it because I've recently put together a pretty extensive presentation on framing in media, and I'm
due
just
in 20 minutes.
I'm just trying to frame it a little.
I don't know,
I like-
man. That made me so mad.
It makes me mad.
Yeah,
too.
they are
unfortunate
unfortunate looking.
How
we
do
know
you
any-
not? What?
Do we know anything about like broadcasting rights for the PWHL? Like,
Not
are
that
people
I've
going to be
s-
able to even watch?
Not
these
that I've
games?
seen yet. No.
Yeah,
I
'cause it's
haven't heard
mostly
anything.
American,
But
but
I
obviously
know,
the viewership's going to be mostly Canadian. So
I know for the PWHPA games or the PHL games last year were streamed on Twitch.
oh, okay.
Twitch.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I remember watching some stuff on YouTube and CBC Sports app as well.
But okay, so
yeah, CBC Sports does a decent job.
there's Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa, Boston, New York, and Minnesota.
That's good that it's half and half.
Half of
Canada,
those
US.
teams are Canadian. If Sportsnet does not pick up those games,
Well, the thing is, what would they have to cut from their already full programming list to broadcast?
Oh no, we don't have to put curling on 7 channels.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay, well, if that's what it is, then
Like
it's fine.
Sportsnet has like
It'll come down to
7
scheduling.
channels.
I think the season is running from January until April, May.
I know, but you just think of like when they would want to broadcast hockey. Like the ladies don't also want to play at 11 a.m. every day. They want to play in the.
I'm
I'm
gonna-
assuming they want to play in the
I'm going to
evenings
go
when
out
hockey
on a
games
limb
are played.
here. I personally, and I know this might be unpopular, would rather watch women's hockey than curling.
You're our
I know
hero.
that's crazy.
You don't.
I know it's crazy. I know it's crazy. I think
So,
women's hockey just might be a
when-
little bit more exciting than
It's-
curling.
When January rolls around, you don't have the NFL to compete with.
Yes.
You don't have MLB to compete with.
Yeah, NBA though.
That's. I was just thinking of just the NHL
It's,
and
a-
NBA.
it's
in
better
general,
than
but-
trying to put games in October.
No,
I
it
agree.
is the only
No, I
option.
think-
I was
yeah.
just wondering about like
I think
Or
Like
maybe
what-
you let TSN get the rights.
like
to
yeah,
this.
if Sportsnet was to pick it up, they would probably have to drop something else that they already make a lot of money doing, or at least are in a contract for.
Because I think Sportsnet and
Well,
TSN
well-
split the NBA, so there's opportunity for both of those.
honestly,
companies.
you know what? If I'm Sportsnet, I'm not dropping. I'm trimming my NBA coverage.
I agree.
yeah.
I'm
Also-
showing Toronto games and I'm showing Denver games, and that's
Or
it.
hear me out.
That's all you
The
need.
media, the
right now.
studio expands, and they create a whole new wing of
7 more
sports
channels
media.
Yeah,
for
they
curling.
they create Sportsnet.
like a PWHL channel, basically.
Yeah, like
yeah.
because they have Sportsnet World.
No, they'll figure it out.
I hope they do.
I just
I
hope.
trust
I
them.
hope they do. I'd be
That's,
very.
that's just the Jersey
disappointed if
thing
they
made
don't.
me so objectively mad. It's
Same.
just
Yeah.
take us seriously and then you do that.
Well, I mean, it's not the.
No, But
players' fault.
no, but it. You want to bring people in, and
Honestly, though, maybe getting a league up and running in 2 years is actually insane.
It is kind of nuts.
Maybe that's actually just an insane thing to
It
do.
is kind of crazy.
so then
Because you think about it, they have to have like a players' association and stuff too. It's not just like getting teams
they had
and
the
having money.
PWHPA last year.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's a lot that has to go in, and that stuff takes time because you have to, like, have you ever been to a town council meeting or something where you have to like motion for stuff and then it has to go through
Yeah,
the
it
process
does.
of
It's
like going?
nuts.
It has to get
Like-
posted, and then you come back and you talk about
I
it.
just got my first AGM package for my condo complex that we moved into this summer, and I'm like, why? Why? Just do things. I don't care.
Yeah.
Just tell me what you're doing. Like, why do we need to motion to agree that a notice of the AGM was sent out, and you need that but to be
So
agreed
just-
upon by two? Like, come on,
I
man.
guess that's maybe what people call red tape. So just like the red tape around getting something like that.
Unnecessary.
And because when you're dealing with real estate and things too, like you have to publicly post stuff, which seems like mundane because it's what people do when they're building a deck in their backyard. But it also counts for moving in hopefully multi-million-dollar corporations.
Okay.
Anyway,
so,
we can do better.
Real quick, just before we get into the Oilers thing, an
Yeah,
article
we only
from
got 15 minutes.
Arash Markazi from ESPN from November 22nd, 2016. The NHL welcomes the Vegas Golden Knights as the league's 31st team. 5 months after being awarded an NHL franchise, Vegas's expansion team finally has a name.
5 months.
5 months.
That's
yeah, but
true.
it's easier to cut red tape when you have a
The league.
golden plated
Yeah, and
pair
the
of
league already
scissors that
existed.
the league existed. They had so much GD money down there.
Okay, so here's what you do.
Like,
And Golden Knights is a perfect name.
I'll admit,
like the
I'll-
money behind the PWHL is probably 10% of the money behind the Vegas Golden Knights.
I'll admit I'm not a business major. Here's what you do. You do another secret Dream Gap tour, bring in some funding, you push this off a year, and then you can properly advertise, because that's what I'm hearing the entire time from this PWHL stuff is, wait, give it a year, next year it'll be good. Make it a Dream Gap tour again, and then when it's next year it's going to be good, make it good and draw people in.
What was
and
the,
have team names.
Have team
what
names.
was the
have,
league that existed before?
Was there a league?
There's
Because-
a PHL and the PWHPA, and before that,
Because I just
I'm
remember
currently
watching
blanking
them
on
when I was training at Winsport a lot, and I remember that they went to Shanghai and Beijing. I think they were like trying to expand their league into China, and then that league ended up folding, and then they did the Dream Gap tour after.
Thank God for that.
yeah. No, but
Oh.
that just makes me so mad.
Singapore would be cool. I like Singapore.
Oh, I guess now that we're talking about hockey overseas, I just wanted to throw in another thing about this Sweden trip
Okay.
that some of the players I heard were talking about, and it's that they are going through the gauntlet once they get back.
Are they?
What do you mean?
Yeah, like they come back from Sweden, and I think it was Vancouver was saying they play like 2 games a week until the end of the year now. Like the end of 2023. So they come back from like they go to Sweden, they play, and then they come back, and they don't really get any time to adjust.
You said Vancouver, and Vancouver's not going. Who do you think?
Oh, sorry.
Ottawa?
In any event,
No, Toronto. It was Toronto. It was the
Okay.
blue team. It was a blue team. That's why I remembered it. It was Toronto, and it
It's
was a
hard to feel
Canadian.
bad.
team.
It's hard to feel bad.
so
It's hard to
they're-
feel bad.
Well,
They're
and
making
they're
so much
they're
money.
loving the Sweden trip.
They love it.
obviously.
Oh yeah,
They
like
have
especially
doctors.
Nylander
But
and
it's-
Klingberg, who's not playing in the first game.
But
They
just
probably
when you're a
pay
team
a
like
guy.
Toronto, they have like their injuries and everything. And it's just hard on humans in general when
Well,
you're
they
jet
probably
lagged.
pay a guy $200,000 a year to figure out just the jet lag just for this trip.
I mean,
so
also-
I
Yeah.
think
I mean-
they'll be okay.
I mean, also coming back is easier than going to.
yes,
That's also
absolutely.
true. Yeah.
Oh, we got 13 minutes left.
Yeah,
We're not
Also, I
gonna
guess
get
when they
everything
come
we
back,
want.
it's not like they're going straight. I also made the mistake of saying they were going to Vancouver, which is a West Coast. That's not true. They're
Okay.
going about half the distance back to Toronto.
Do we want to push? Okay, so I'll push Moscow. I'll push the ZK Moscow stuff to next week.
Yep.
Phil, jump in on Hitman real quick.
Hitman Corner. We played a couple games.
That should be the intro. Just Phil yelling, Hitman corner.
We played a couple games. We played 2 games against Edmonton, 1 at home, 1 against home. First game, I was there. It was sick. 6-1 win. The next game on Remembrance Day, guess the score, Alex. No looking it up.
Next day on Remembrance. Oh, I think I saw this. Wasn't it like 10-2 or
It was
something?
10-2
I was
for
going
the
to like guess
Calgary Hitmen.
11-11. Just
And
because you said
and that what makes this even sweeter is it was in Edmonton, and it was the Hitmen's highest attended game since the beginning of the season. It had 6,616 people at that game to watch Edmonton get destroyed. Anyway, we're looking at the Hitmen standings. Let me find the standings like overall in the league. But I'm looking at the team standings right now. Things are crazy these days. You guys remember what I was talking about like literally 2 months ago? Not even 2 months ago when I was like, I don't know what this team's doing.
Yeah,
you
were
were ready
looking
to
rough
throw
right
the
now.
towel.
You came
I
in on the second or
wasn't
third
quite-
show and
you
you
were-
said, I don't know what we're doing.
I
were
wasn't
buckling up
quite
for a
ready to
rebuild.
throw in the towel, but I was almost
You
there.
were loading up.
What a switch. Like, I don't even know what's happening right now. We look like a team that can do amazing things.
Is it the new guy, like the new young guy? How's he doing? Is he making a
Yakimchuk?
Well, he's not. Yakimchuk's not new, but
the
Yakimchuk's
one that
sitting
came in the
second.
trade?
Greenway.
That you were super upset about this guy they traded away.
Oh,
and then-
no. Yeah, so no, they got a pick back for him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when we traded away Yak. Not Yak.
Mateo Denis.
We traded away Denis
Yeah, that's
for
who it was.
literally nothing.
Yeah.
We traded away Seatman was the big one. I think.
Yeah, because they got back like it traded away him. He's 22.
21.
21.
20.
20. Okay.
Um,
Yeah, he's in his last year.
he was in his last
And
year.
they got like the 18-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
I
just
don't remember which one that was. I know it
okay.
wasn't Ben Kindle. Ben Kindle's the story of the CHL really right now. That he was named the WHL Rookie of the Week this week. In the 2 games against Edmonton, he had 2 goals, 4 assists, 6 points. This kid's 16, man. He's sitting 4th right now in points on the team. Of course, Sean Chagall is leading right now because he's the best. We've jumped up crazy. No, we haven't. Never mind.
We've jumped up a lot.
I thought we
am
did.
You
I
jumped up
expected us to.
in like vibes. The vibes
somehow
have gone up.
The vibes have gone up. Maybe I forgot how bad of a start we had because right now we are just over a 50% team. We played 19 games. We're 9-8.
Yeah, wasn't the start like 0-7 or something kind of rough?
Yeah,
It's kind of
I
like
kind
the
of forgot
Oilers.
about that.
It's kind of like the
kinda
Oilers
forgot
doing
about
bad and then
that.
they'll catch up. Or the Flames.
I was expecting us to be a lot higher than that. That's a little disappointing. Anyway, we're beating Red Deer and Edmonton right now. Those are the 2 teams we really want to beat. We have 2 games against Red Deer this weekend, tomorrow and Saturday. Kind of the same deal as last weekend. Tomorrow night we play at the Dome, and Saturday night we play in Red Deer. Red Deer is obviously one of our
Centrium.
big rivals. Man, I'm so disappointed when I pulled up those standings. Why'd you let me do that? Sean Chagall.
Why did you stop me?
Why did you stop me?
I was actually surprised too, to be honest.
I was surprised. I guess I just, forgot. Sean Chagall's played 17 games. He's got 25 points. 8 goals, 17 assists. He's averaging an assist a game on top of his goals. Carter Yakimchuk's played 19 games. Obviously, he was here at the beginning of the season, not at pro camp. He's got 23 points in 19 games. Ben Kindle's 19 games. He's got 20 points in 19 games as a 16-year-old rookie. Ben Kindle is the future. I invest in this kid. Not even just for the Hitmen, just in general. This
Just in
kid
general?
is-
Just buy
this
his
kid's the real
jerseys?
deal.
Keep an
I
eye
am
on him.
so excited to meet this kid. I have not yet.
When's the draft class?
Well, he is a
2028,
No,
27.
not quite that late.
2040.
Well, he's a 2007. He was born 2007.
So his draft class would be 2025.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah,
So 2
invest
years.
in Ben
So,
Kindle.
yeah, keep an eye on him for 2 years then.
Absolutely. I can't wait to meet this kid.
Oh, I guess we have the World Juniors coming up soon. We'll start seeing some camp lineups and stuff about that.
Oh yeah. I
It
guess
starts
so.
Boxing Day, so
Is it in Canada again this year?
no, I think it's in Czechia this
Oh,
year
boo.
or something. I think it's in Europe this year.
Aw. He's got to.
It was so
Wake up
fun in
early.
Halifax last year.
That
But
was
yeah,
so
we
sick.
do have that coming up that we can keep an eye on because like he would be a good one to like look if he even
I don't know. I
like
don't
there's
think,
getting invited to the camp and then there's making the team. But if he gets
I don't know
invited,
if
that's
he
pretty
would,
exciting.
But I'm looking at because that's U21, right?
It's in Sweden.
Yeah, but I mean if he's like lighting up the
U18.
CHL.
Or sorry,
No, it's
Mm.
U21.
the World
World
Juniors?
Juniors?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I'm thinking
So
different.
I'm looking at Yakimchuk being on that team.
Yeah, that's exciting.
It's
I'm-
in Sweden.
I know that
too.
they have to take so many from the different leagues around too, so like you don't always get the best players from each league.
Actually, you know what?
Oh,
Ben
you
could
do,
make
but
that
you
team.
don't get the best players.
That would be
in general.
sweet if Ben made that team. I'm looking at Carter Yakimchuk on that team. Carson Wedge probably as well.
Nice.
Those are my 2 guesses. Maybe Ben makes it to camp. But you never know. You never know.
You never do.
Yeah.
If we knew, we'd be working
He
up
might,
there.
but he might not.
But he might.
But he might not, though.
But he might
But he
not.
might.
But he might.
You know who
Um,
might do okay coming up?
Who?
I don't know how to say his name. The new Oiler coach.
Oh,
Chris Knoblauch.
Knoblauch, that's how you say it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
I didn't know if it was Knoblauch or Knoblauch.
No, Knoblauch.
Okay.
He's coached 2 games and he's won 2 games.
But I mean, the Oilers last night looked like a team that really wanted to win. I mean, they never should have went down 3-1 probably, but they battled right till the absolute very end. Well, Evander Kane did. He did really, really well. He got a natural hat trick again. It's too easy for him out there. Also, McDavid just walked around everyone for that one goal he got.
but that's what we need more of McDavid of.
Yeah, well,
More,
I think he's
yeah.
starting to feel
You know
better.
what I meant.
He's starting to look a lot smoother on the ice, so I'm thinking maybe his injury is
Probably
like
the injury's
subsiding
coming
a bit.
back. You know who's not going to be coming back anytime soon? Tage Thompson.
Yes.
Upper body injury after blocking a shot. They
Nope.
expect about a month.
Did you block a shot? I thought he kind of like tried to deke someone and fell over and hurt his knee.
He took a puck to
No,
the
he
wrist.
took a puck to the wrist.
He might have done that too, but he also
Well,
took a
because he
puck
was
to the
limping.
wrist.
Yeah, so I'm looking at this. So the first period of that game, he got cut by a skate in his leg
Yeah.
and missed the rest of the first period.
Well, it's a good
And
thing.
then in the second period, he takes a puck to the wrist and shatters his wrist. So they're expecting about a month. for
Yeah,
that
that was
month and a
just
half.
fate at that point.
So the Sabres are screwed.
Also, with
Yeah, they're
between him
done.
and Eberle, that's a couple of cuts. I didn't realize how common it was to get cut by
It's not.
skates. I guess. Okay, it's just happening more.
Yeah.
all of
It's
a sudden?
happening. Maybe it's the pace of the game. I don't know.
Buffalo sitting
We had this
7th in the Atlantic right now. 3 points up on Ottawa.
Yeah.
They're I think my predictions are
They're going
boned.
to drop down now.
My predictions are boned. I had Buffalo and Ottawa finishing 3rd and 4th respectively.
Same.
I
It's
don't know
the-
what I'm talking about.
It's the same thing with like the Hitmen. I think is just like the vibes are up with Ottawa, but they're not in the standings.
But the thing is,
And Buffalo, the vibes are not up. Buffalo, the vibes are very mediocre.
They are
because
very
they're,
down.
They're struggling some injuries and stuff like that. So.
Man,
Uh,
I'm so sad now.
And Devin Levi, he's going to take some time to adjust. I think we expected way too much from a rookie goalie.
in Buffalo too.
Yeah,
Like there's no leadership. There's
he's
no
gonna
goalie
get a lot of
leadership in
shots there.
Buffalo. Like there's because at least in Calgary, there's this model, or not this model, but this idea of Wolf backing up Markstrom and then having some introduction and some kind of stuff like that. Obviously, that didn't happen because Wolf is
That's
back
crazy.
in the minors.
yeah, it sucks.
With the last what?
It sucks that Wolf's back down in the minors.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hopefully they can unload Vladar.
This will
and
be
then
the
call
last.
him up.
Yeah, like by the trade deadline, Wolf will be in
Yeah.
the NHL.
I hope
Um,
so. He
that's my
deserves it.
prediction.
He deserves it. I
It's
think
just
we're at the point now with Wolf where being in the A is doing him no good.
Calgary's just in such a precarious spot. They don't want to give away a goalie because now they might actually need some first round picks and stuff. So,
Yeah, that's true.
like I think they're gonna wait it out and see where they are in the season before
what do
they
you
make
think
a
you
goalie
get for
move.
Vladar? A second round pick, maybe.
Third even. It depends on who they take back.
If I can-
like
if I can-
if they take on
if-
a bad contract.
If I can get
then-
a 4th or a 5th and a 6th or 7th defenseman,
Yeah.
yeah. It's interesting too because
especially with
there's not a lot of talk about the goalies now because of Zadorov. Everyone's just focused on him.
Zadorov and Tanev are pitched as going out the door to Toronto.
Tanev too?
Yeah.
Oh, we're screwed. We're so screwed.
Honestly, yeah, the decor is gonna go.
Those
for
are
a
like
big
the two
redo.
guys that are running the team.
redevelopment.
right
which is
now.
which is why I was hoping like for Vladar maybe like a 4th or a 5th and
Zadorov, we can get decent. Maybe.
Zadorov
Tanev, we
from Toronto,
can.
you could squeeze a first for sure. They love giving firsts.
do they have a 1st to give up? I know they don't have a 2nd.
This year, I think they have one. I think they have their first,
They're not going to give up a 1st.
or maybe
They can
maybe
give
not
it to
their
us
first,
and
but
we
they
can
have
get
eight.
Carter
firsts.
Yakimchuk.
especially if Calgary retains on both of them.
Yeah, so there's going to be a ton that depends if there's any retention or if they take on a bad contract. For like the Klingberg contract, I've heard is the one that would be moved because
Yeah.
he's performing so poorly.
Real quick, because we only have 3 minutes left. I know this is old news. Just revisiting the Knoblauch stuff. Woodcroft let go because obviously what else can you do? He's the winningest coach
Yeah.
at the time.
I don't think that
Yeah,
was the right move.
with
He's
I don't either, but they had to change something, and that's
Yeah.
the fastest low consequence. Well, I mean, it's not low consequence to Jay Woodcroft.
that's a good message sender because you can't do anything else. You can't you can't trade for someone because you're
Well,
cap. 'cause
actually,
you're cap,
they did.
'cause
They
you're cap strapped.
They put Campbell in the minors.
Well, yeah, but that's not. Do you think?
That's a pretty
Do you
strong
think-
message to send your starter down to the AHL.
Yeah, but do you think
Yeah.
Fogel cares about that?
They should send McDavid to the minors. That would be so funny. Just
People are
for
gonna
one
pick
game.
that up.
Just for one game.
People would pick him up.
Yeah,
People would bend the cap to pick him up.
You can't do that.
yeah, he'd be on waivers.
He'd be on waivers.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah, Campbell went through waivers. No one took him because he makes
Yeah.
so much money for
someone
such
would, okay,
poor
never mind.
results.
Someone would pick
Yeah,
up.
someone
Yeah.
absolutely pick him
I
up.
didn't realize that when you sent him down the minors, he was available.
Actually, he McDavid might have a no move, so you can't even send him down.
Yeah.
In any event,
That's
It'd be so funny
it'd
though.
be really funny though.
In my NHL 2019 and like the year 2040, I had him in the minors once because I couldn't fit his contract on my team. But that is a future.
You had him as a condor.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Actually, no, not as a condor. I was like managing Dallas, so he was actually
He was
like
a star.
Texas star.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But he was also like 47.
All right,
Okay, so at that point,
we got 2 minutes left here.
Alex,
I'm
I want to
looking-
ask you a question really quickly.
Yeah.
About Tyson Forrester.
Sure.
If you've been like watching him with Philly at all.
A little bit.
What are your thoughts on him? Because he's a 2020 late round draft, kind of like Connor Zary, and he's playing on that top line in Philly. I just wanted to get your position.
I like him. I really do. In fairness, Philly doesn't really have the star power to not have him there. So he's doing really well for the position that he was put in.
Also, looking at Philly's top six, it's like a really strong top six still from that like 2015 team that they had.
I'm loving Bobby Brink.
Yeah, he's also been really fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm loving Brink. I'm
but
loving
he got
connecting
moved
as
down,
always.
I think.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah, he got
loving,
got relocated.
loving Forrester, loving Brink, connecting as always. I have his jersey.
Yeah. Konechny's he's so good.
Yeah, but
we got like 30 seconds here.
yeah, with that, we're gonna.
It's me versus Alex this week in
I'm
fantasy.
dummying Phil.
I am getting crushed. This
is
is the first. I think it's the first week that we've had someone on coast to coast against each other. Or
Yeah.
have you guys?
No,
No,
I've
no,
been-
No, we played each other,
last week.
and I came back and got you.
You got me. So I
Okay.
suck at fantasy.
See you guys
Goodbye,
next week. For
everybody.
Alex Burko, Phil Tremblay, Landon Brown. Have a nice week, guys.
Love you, bye.